Cinema Vents.
Hello everyone, Clay Stubbs with Stubbs Smokehouse BBQ alongside our great sponsor Barrel House Cooker Company. And as you can see behind me over my shoulder is a brand spanking new barrel, an 18-inch diameter barrel they're selling right now at your local Walmart. Most of the Walmarts that are selling those are right at $197 plus tax, of course. And we're just excited. It's going to be an awesome year. We're going to continue to bring you some great recipes and videos along our barbecue competition trail, backyard barbecues, just like tonight here on Easter weekend. We've got an exciting cook about to happen on a huge 18-pound Packer brisket, a full brisket from Don's Butcher Company here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So stay tuned. I want to show you a little bit more of how we're going to prepare this cook tonight. All right, guys, we just unboxed our beautiful Barrel House cooker, and this is the 18C. Here's the box that was just sent to us, and we unboxed that. And of course, this is how this lid rests on the side of the barrel. Of course, you will attach the handles, and of course comes with a really nice little thermometer gauge for the top there, and then of course comes with a nice enameled steel grill for the middle section as well. And we'll go into how this also cooks beautifully by hanging at least 8 racks of ribs. But tonight we're going to do a brisket, and then I bought a really neat gadget. I hope we're going to test this out and see how this works. But I have some probes that I'm going to Bluetooth the temp, and one of them is going to be an ambient temp probe that I want to see what my temp is in the middle section of my cook tonight. So I've got a little deal that I bought on Amazon.com, and I believe it was around $35, and we're going to see how it works. It came with two of these probes, and you can buy up to 6 of those probes. But tonight we're going to probe one in our brisket, and then of course one will be the ambient temp, like I said. But this beautiful cooker, the neat thing about Barrel House cooker here is that you can actually lift the barrel off of the base, and this is what the base looks like. And of course you'll attach the little legs on the bottom of this base, and then it's got a nice little damper right here, and it just slides in and out like that. So today I am cooking with Royal Oak hardwood lump charcoal, and then I went ahead and bought just a small bag of instant light charcoal briskets just to put in the middle. If you'll see real closely, I've just got a few of the briskets in the middle, the instant light in the middle, and then the rest is filled with my hardwood lump. Our charcoal in the base section of the smoker, and while that's warming up nice and getting nice and grayish, it will eventually connect and take hold of the lump charcoal. But I put some Insta-Light there. Normally I'll do a little chimney starter, but I don't have one with me tonight. But I wanted to mention as well that I'm going to be using a little bit of hickory chips tonight, just because it is a brisket and it is beef. We're gonna chunk in a few of the chips. Don't have to, but it does add, I'm sure, a little bit of extra flavor. Okay guys, we got our brisket trimmed up and trimmed off a little bit of the fat cap. We're about to season this beautiful brisket up and put it on our Barrel House cooker. Today we're gonna make it real simple. I had some Blues hog hanging out here, and we're gonna do some coarse black pepper and some kosher salt. And real simple, we're gonna go ahead and put us a nice layer on the front and back. This, of course, is the back of this brisket, and we're just going to first of all do us a nice layer. I like to use kosher salt because it is a lot coarser, a little bit more flavor. As you can see, we apologize for the dim lighting tonight. We're just going off the cuff here. We'll get better at it as time goes. Then of course we're going to do a nice shaking of coarse ground. It's better to do a good ground black pepper here. And then of course our Blues hog, we're going to try this out. Typically this goes well on pork and chicken. We're going to try it on our Easter brisket here today. Doesn't have to be perfect on that back fat cap because a lot of that's going to render down. A lot of those juices are going to fall, and just it's going to melt down and fall right on those coals as this bad boy cooks. I'm going to flip it over now. As you can see, I don't know if we can get a close-up, but I have done some trimming, just real light, little bit of silver skin, nothing real major. This is not competition today, but just a good backyard cook. And we're gonna just a few moments smoke this until about 170 internal temp. What we're looking for is we're going to build a bark, what's called in the barbecue world a good crust, a bark on the outer layer. And typically you're looking for that color, you're looking for, you know, about 5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours of smoke. This pepper tonight is blowing in the wind. We're expecting another rain here in Hot Springs, Arkansas tonight, but you know what? You can't slow down the Stubbs Smokehouse barbecue machine and the Barrel House. Now, a lot of people like to put a binder, what's called a binder, on their meats. You know, we could have probably did a little Worcestershire sauce. Some people use mustard, but you know what? You don't have to have that at all. I like to build a nice bark, so I'm looking for just a good even, nice, even coat. And I'm not afraid to use plenty of rub. It's just going to help build that bark, as you can see. And later on we may do some more a little bit more black pepper. Right now, let's get a little closer, and we're going to put this if you will, we're gonna lay this brisket here right inside. If we can get an inside look, we're gonna lay this big bad boy right inside this middle section grate here. And you can see that's a huge brisket, and this 18C just goes in nice and perfect. Some of the edges probably will touch, but that'll be fine. I'm going to take one of my probes here, and I'm going to stick this in the middle and the largest part for right now. And we're going to try to get a good internal temp there and check out our new gadget that we've got here. And I may just move. Well, let's see. That may go better. Okay, guys, we've got our brisket inside of our middle section of our barrel house smoker, and all you do here, the next step is you're just going to lift this and put it on the base. Our coals are nice and hot and ready. You just want to lift that. We're going to hook this to our machine in just a few moments. We're going to give you an update. Alright guys, this is our finished product today, and we put this in the oven actually at about 170 degrees, and so you can wrap this once you get your bark, and it doesn't necessarily have to be 170, but once you finally get that bark going, about 5 or 6 hours, you can either put it back in the oven or wrap it and put it on your cooker. So we're going to start doing our slicing now, and as you can see, some of my first slices, this has been resting and probably a few hours, and just a beautiful cut, nice and tender, nice and juicy, and Alright, here's a first bite of our Easter brisket here, Easter 2018, and it's been resting for a couple of hours, so it's always better to cut it fresh right off the cooker, but I wanted to have a good first bite. It's got a great smoke ring to it, and has a great hickory smell, but this is our brisket bite. Wow, nice and tender. You can see the bite through, and great rich flavor, not overpowered. You can taste the flavors of the pepper, a little bit of salt, and of course that bark on the outside is absolutely amazing, and then the richness of that flavor that the barrel house cooker barrel actually produces is amazing. But hey, we're hanging out with family, so you're going to hear all kinds of family in the background. We're getting ready to dig in. Thanks for subscribing and hanging out with the Stubbs Smokehouse Barbecue Barrel House. Thank you.
Cinema.